Hi there, it's Julie Hyde, and welcome to this episode of Leading You. I have a question for you. What is the one mindset shift that you can make that will take you to the next level? What is the one mindset shift that you can make that will take you to the next level? Now, this is something I'm working through myself at the moment to step up and catapult myself forward. I think this is something that we constantly consider as leaders and as people. And don't forget, we're all leaders, regardless of whether you have a title or not. In order for us to grow and to succeed and achieve our goals, to step outside of our comfort zone and experience new things. And I think it's something that we especially consider when we want to create change and to step up to the next level. Now, this chat today is inspired by a client of mine. And I sat down with her the other day and she asked me if I considered her to be a leader. And I absolutely do. And I actually thought that she was a leader. Her title didn't specifically say leader, but the role that she is playing with her team, a very big team of high performers, speaks to me that she is a leader. Now, as I go through this conversation, there are three things that I want you to really listen into, and that is A, the power of words. Our words mean something and they can hit hard. The second is the message that we send people through our behavior. And the third is the fact that you have a choice in how you respond to both of these. Now, I'm really passionate about this, and I wanted to create an episode about this because this is what I do. I help leaders to make simple, small mindset shifts that is going to take them to the next level and create big results. So when I was hearing the conversation, it really fired me up, to be honest. And in parts of it, I was quite infuriated, and I'm sure you will join me on that. So cutting it really short is that she was sharing with me that she wanted to step up into a leadership role. And she struggles with this within the organization because I think the reason is because people see her in a particular way because of how she is positioning herself within that organization. Now, I don't see her within the organization. So that's an assumption that I'm making through what she's telling me. However, these three things happened that makes me think that's true. The first thing is, she's been in her role for a while and she really wants to step up to the next level. So she contacted her previous leader from another organization that she used to work in. And she asked her, there's this role available within her current organization. Does she think that she should apply for it? And this leader responds to her in a way that was just incredible to me. What she said was, you have never had a leadership role before. Therefore, there is absolutely no point in you applying for the leadership role because you'll never get it. You will never get a leadership role because you haven't been a leader. And when she told me that, I just saw red. I'm pretty sure this person was not placed into a leadership role the very first moment she stepped into her working career. The second thing is, The fact that she's not a leader now doesn't mean that she's not a leader in the future. I think that limiting belief that this person happily vomited over my client was completely irresponsible and lacked emotional intelligence. And it screamed to me that this person did not want my client to succeed. Who would say that to another person? If my client had work to do, perhaps give her some, suggestions in terms of what she needs to do, or a next level step that she might need to take to be considered for a leadership role, to help her or to mentor her through it. To simply say you will never be considered for a leadership role because you've never been a leader, that is such a joke. My client took that on and now has the belief that she can't be a leader because she hasn't had a leadership role. That's the first thing. The second thing she told me through her story is when she catches up with her current, I'm going to call him a boss because he's not a leader. When she catches up with her current boss, he sits there, he types on his computer, he looks at his phone. He doesn't engage with her. He doesn't ask her any questions about her, what they're catching up about. It becomes all about him. Again, complete lack of emotional intelligence, but the behavior also demonstrates a complete lack of respect for my client. Completely. He might say that she's amazing, and she absolutely does create fantastic results and does a lot of work for him. But to be treated like that, that is not okay. So therefore, the standard that she is tolerating, or the standard that she is walking past, is the standard that she is accepting. So her leader is not going to treat her any other way than that, because the fact that she is not advocating for herself, is not confronting the behavior, it's almost like saying it's okay. So that's the second thing. Your behavior often speaks louder than your words. Now, the third thing is that she has a choice in how she responds to all of this. Now, she did take on the limiting beliefs of the woman who told her that she would never be a leader. So that was in the back of her mind. I can never be a leader. I've never been a leader. Even though she's playing a very big leadership role right now, but just doesn't have the title. So to me, she is absolutely a leader. And the second thing, if you don't advocate for you, if you don't put a line in the sand in terms of where your boundaries are, people are still going to be treating you really badly. So, and she's allowing that. Now, she has a choice in terms of what she does there. Whether she does put that line in the sand and says, enough, you don't treat me like that. In my one-on-one, we talk about me and here's the agenda. And if that person goes off, you bring them back. That is about leadership, and that is about being true to who you are and what you stand for. So I asked her a question. I said, what is the one mindset shift that you could make right now that would make the biggest difference for you? What if you thought of yourself as a leader right now? What would you do? And in that moment, you could see the light bulbs go off in the back of her mind. She's like, yeah, if I was a leader, I would not put up with what the female leader told her, to be true. I wouldn't take that on as truth. And the second thing is, I would absolutely not tolerate the behavior of my current leader. And I would, in my own way, confront that situation and say that's not okay. And thirdly, I would apply for the leadership roles that I currently want to do. So there was a lot of talk around that, but it's a simple mindset shift for her. Whereas instead of accepting and taking on what was happening as truth, if she thought another way, that would then determine her behaviors, her actions, what she tolerated, what she didn't tolerate, what she said, what she didn't say, what she did, what she didn't do, and that would then create her results. So if she is capped out in that organization, if they don't see her as a leader, she can either reposition herself within the organization or she needs to step away. She needs to step out of the comfort zone and look for something else. And through this conversation, I thought there are so many people who are tolerating so much within their organization that's not allowing them to step forward. They're tolerating a poor culture, which affects their well-being and their mindset. They're tolerating people treating them badly in the hope that it will change because they have an eye on a next level opportunity there. There's so much choice that people have around these situations. They don't have to put up with it. They don't have to tolerate these situations. It takes a simple mindset shift to move forward. Because your thoughts, your beliefs, your attitude will determine then your actions, what you do, which then influences your results. So in the case of my client, she took on the limiting beliefs of her previous leader. She then played small. She decided she was going to play small and then gets the results that she's staying where she's at and she's not positioning herself as a leader. Changing that mindset is going to inspire new action. So that's what I want you to take away from this podcast today. What is the one mindset shift that you will make that will take you to the next level? Whether it's stepping outside of your comfort zone, positioning yourself in a way that you allow others to see your potential and the opportunity so that they consider you for the next level. Or is it that you want to transition into your own business, but you don't believe you can? What if you believe that you could? So I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you as always for tuning in. I would love to hear your thoughts around this, and I would love for you to share this episode with anyone you think who needs to hear this. So thanks again for tuning in to Leading You, and I'll see you again soon.